Hey guys, Michael with Quiet Lawn here. I wanted to show you some of our 2022 improvements for our Prius mowing setups, our carriers specifically. If you remember last year, we switched to these Priuses and we made these custom carriers. A lot of people ask us where we get these, and we actually make these. This is really not that hard if you have basic experience with welding, or you could actually pick it up on your own. But my guy Kevin made these, and he did a really good job. And all you need really is your an angle grinder with cut-off wheels to cut your your tube stock, and just a little cheap welder. We have one from Harbor Freight that was, I think, about 150 or 200 bucks. But it's really not that hard to weld up a carrier. But you could obviously modify a carrier if you needed to. You can get the carriers from Harbor Freight or online, and just do what you need to do. But last year we put these on here, and we just carried the mower in them, and we had the equipment inside the Prius. What we learned last year is it just made a big mess inside the Prius. So you ended up getting dust in there during pollen season. The inside of the Prius was just absolutely coated because the guys would leave the hatch open while they were working, and just pollen would just settle everywhere. So to kind of free up room inside and just make it a cleaner workspace and give a little bit more, we decided this year to try to move our trimmers and as many tools as possible out onto the carrier. So you can see I added a trimmer holder here, and this is actually made by Jungle Gems. I'll leave a description to it, a link to it below. I've looked at other designs. I know a lot of people like the Green Touch racks and the other racks, but I don't really like the design of those. I've used Jungle Gem. I bought my first one probably 12-15 years ago, and I really like how they're designed. It's easy to take the trimmer out. It's easy to lock everything up. And I just, like I said, I think it's much easier than some of the other ones that seem a little bit more tricky to get your tools out. So I ended up adding a Jungle Gems 2 trimmer carrier here. These are really easy. You just pull these up, pull your tool out. You can have this locking bar here that goes over, locks everything, so nobody can take your tools. It's got a nice rubbery coating on it, so it's not going to rust very easily. And it's just very well made. So we put that on there. We're still using Ego for our edgers. We are using different string trimmers and blowers this year and last year, but I haven't been able to share those with you as of yet because of non-disclosure agreements. But I believe that will be changing here in the next month, and you guys are going to see what we've been using for the last year. And we've been using some really good tools that are a big improvement. I wouldn't say huge, but they're definitely a big improvement over what we've been using. Not that we don't love this stuff. This Ego equipment has been solid. Look at this stuff. I've literally had a lot of these multi-heads for 4 years probably, and they have hundreds of hours on them. And man, I've had some issues with some Ego batteries, but the tools themselves, man, goodness, it's hard to compete with the longevity of these tools, lasting much longer than commercial gas trimmers or any other equipment that I know of. But they've been a real workhorse. But like I said, we have been using something else, something that's lighter, more powerful as far as the blower. And like I said, I've just been enjoying it better. Ego is, like I said, Ego is awesome though. But so this is kind of our new carrier setup. We added also from Jungle Gems, we added a mower, kind of holds the push mower in place like a boot that you just put the wheel in when you put it in the carrier. Kind of holds your mower there. I'll put a link to that as well. But this is kind of our new carriers. We did start adding poop cleanup, dog poop cleanup as one of our services, so that's why we have the bin there and the little rake. Also on that Jungle Gems carrier, it comes with a string trimmer holder, and you can see our string of choice that we still use, which is this rotary vortex. Really good line. We've been using this for several years. Much better than anything else I've used, like Black Diamond and all the various ones that I've tried. It's a really good string, and that's what we continue to use. There's a link to that as well if you're looking for some good string. But the issue is, by putting the trimmers and everything here on the back, we've added probably another 50 pounds or so. So as a result, you can see our little Prius here really squats down. So you know, this, I think the weight rating on the tongue on the hitch of this Prius is like 250 pounds, and we're right at that. So you know, the car just really squats, and when you ride over speed bumps and things like that, you know, you end up scraping the ground. So what I'm going to do now, and I'll make a separate video about this, is I'm going to add some rubber bushings and some different little parts to the suspension back here, and see if this thing rides a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do now. But just wanted to update you guys. This is what the carriers look like this year. You know, pretty simple. We've just got our mower, our string trimmer rack, and that's pretty much it. But if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I appreciate you guys all watching. It's exciting to see. I'm seeing some other guys and some bigger companies trying out one-man crews and smaller setups like this, and you know, it's all just a result of looking at the numbers and you know, seeing what's most profitable for the company, because you know, everybody's trying right now to be as lean and profitable as possible and divert as much money as possible to the employees to be able to pay them really well. So you know, because that's the challenge in the game right now, is hiring good employees. So the leaner you can be, the more profitable you can be, the more you can pay your team, and the better team you're going to have. So it's really exciting to see that. I appreciate everybody watching and supporting, and like I said, please let me know if you have any comments or questions below. Have a great day.